RV Park Investing 101. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a complete guide of how to invest in this specialized niche that is under the radar at the moment. So in today's video, you're going to learn why RV Park investing is worth your attention, okay? Number two, I'll share with you the RV Park business model, or how money is made, how high ROI is achieved with this type of investing. And number three, of course, we're the best at this part, how to buy your first RV park. So if you're a beginner, you're in the right place. And lastly, the 5 keys to successful RV park investing. And at any point you have any questions on what I'm sharing with you here, go ahead and text me directly. Text Peter to 833-942-4516. We're manning the computers and we will get back at you. All right, I'm excited. Let's get started. All right, we're going to start off with why RV park investing is worth your attention. It really is. Hear me out here. Number one, in the US, there are over 8,000 RV parks. But guess what? 90% of them are owned by mom and pop operators. These are the small operators where they own 1 or 2 or 3 parks. So you're not in competition with the big boys. So plenty of opportunities here for you. Okay. Number two, RV park investing is a niche. Okay. It's a niche. It's not like multifamily where everybody wants to get in. You have all this competition, all these high prices, and the lower cash flow. So RV parks are flying under the radar. And guess what? You're going to get higher cash and cash returns and higher cash flow than you are with your multifamily because it's a niche. Okay. This is why it's worth your attention. Number three, the recreational vehicle market size, the RV market size is it's about $24 billion in 2024. It's going to be $27 billion by 2028. And guess what? Also by 2028, the camping revenue for campers is going to be $24 billion. So it's not a small market. It's a very lucrative market. Again, it's flying underneath the radar. Okay. Now I'm going to share with you the 4 economic drivers of RV park investing. Okay. Number one is you have aging baby boomers and they are driving the sales. They are driving going to the parks. They are driving making these parks make money. Okay. The aging baby boomers. Number two, RV sales are record-breaking since the pandemic. Okay, record-breaking. How do I know that? We have students that work in RV sales, and they tell me that. So I know that firsthand. Number three, first-time campers has grown 5 times since the pandemic, and it continues to grow. Okay? And number four, lastly, there's a huge demand for affordable housing. So when you look at an RV park, not only is it for vacationers, some people actually live there long-term. And guess what? It's very cheap, it's very inexpensive, it's very affordable. So then meeting the demand for our need for the limited supply of housing in this country. Okay? So these are 4 key economic drivers that are making this niche so popular these days. Got it? All right. Let's go on to next. The RV park investing business model, or how money is made. We'll see you there. Let's jump into the business model of RV parks and how they make money. I'm going to go with you first, the 4 types of RV parks. Okay. The first type is what we call the transient park. Okay. The transient park, this means that the stays are short term. People pull in overnight and then they leave the next morning, or they pull in for the weekend and they leave after the weekend. Okay, so this is a short-term stay, okay, called a transient park. The next one is called the destination park. This is a park that looks like a resort. It has the lake, it has the amenities, it has the pool, it has the fishing for the kids, it has all this beautiful things. So it's like a resort, okay? And then the third one is we call the extended stay park, and this is where people live. This is the affordable housing component of RV parks. Okay, people actually live here and they rent month by month or the entire year. Okay, this is affordable housing. Now, and then the fourth one is what I call a hybrid park. A hybrid park is any of these three plus RV storage. Okay, for example, you'll have a transient park where people pull in and pull out overnight, but over to the side is where you can store your RV for months at a time, okay, for the entire year. So over to the side, they'll have these stalls where people can park there and leave their RVs there. Okay, so this applies to all three. Okay, so those are the four types to look at. The next thing I'll share with you is the revenue stream, how money is made. Number one, of course, you can make money on their rentals. People pull in or back in and they pay you money nightly, weekly, monthly, things like that. Okay, monthly rent. Next is you make money on the amenities. There's a pool. You can sell propane. You can charge for Wi-Fi. There's a store there. All these type of things there. Okay, and then next you can charge for special events. You can have movie nights. You can gather by the fire pit and do a barbecue. Okay, and then next is retail. Oftentimes you will find a retail component there where there's a small store where you can buy supplies. And of course, the prices are higher there, but would you rather drive your car 5 miles away to the local Kmart or just buy it here? So this is a great, this had great profit margins for the park, okay? Selling food and selling supplies at the park. And lastly, you have your affiliate programs where you collaborate with local businesses like restaurants and touring agencies where you refer them and they give you a referral fee, okay? So the revenue stream is pretty great for RV park investing. Okay, all right. The third thing I would share with you is I would be amiss or irresponsible if I didn't share with you that with every great investment, there's always costs. Okay, so the operational costs for RV parks are as follows. Like any other commercial property, you have maintenance of the park. Okay, most parks have gravel roads. Guess what? Every year, you're going to have to refill that gravel and maintain it, okay? Some things are going to break on the park, just like some things will break on your multifamily property, and you have to fix it. So you have to account for maintenance, there's taxes, there's insurance, there's utilities, there's staffing, okay? You're going to have people there working for you. There's amenity maintenance. If you have a pool, if you have a clubhouse, you're going to have to budget for that. And then this is huge. You are going to have an expense for marketing and promotions. This is huge. This is often overlooked, an overlooked cost for a RV park because this is the key to people finding you and booking with you and you eventually making money. Okay, very important. And then we have licenses and permits. Okay, so there is a general business model, the types of parks, how you make money, and what expenses you're going to incur. All right, okay, let's move on to the next part, which is exciting, which is how to buy your first RV park. All right, we get to jump into the fun stuff now, which is how to buy your first RV park. All right, let's get started. I'm going to start with how to find them first. Okay, first of all, the best way to find them is to find them off market. Those are the best deals where there's no broker in the middle. Again, those are the best deals, and that's something that we specialize at. So if you want to learn more, go ahead and text Peter to 833-942-4516. Okay? All right. So this is the best way. The alternative way, which is not the best way, is to find them online. Okay? It's a great way to get started, by the way. And you can go to the typical commercial real estate websites like LoopNet, Crexi, and then there's some specialized websites called the campgroundmarketplace.com. You have campgroundsforsale.com, parksandplaces.com, rvparkstar.com, and bizbuysell.com. So these are websites you can go to search for them around the country. Okay, that's number one. And it's a good way to get started just to see how things are presented. Okay, but the ultimate way, once you get started, is you need to find the off-market deals, okay? Going directly to the seller. All right, okay. And next is the important research that you have to do once you find your part that you're interested in. This research is really, really important. This is what will make you or break you. Number one, you're going to have to do your market research. Okay, you're going to have to find out the demand in the area for a park like that, who the competition is, any types of amenities, occupancy. You need to do this market research. Really important. This is the decision maker right here. Next is you need to discover the demographics of the park. You know, who are your customers? Okay. Next is the park's proximity. How close is it to attractions? Is there a water feature? Do you have ease of access? Is it right off the highway? Next is really important in climate, right? So what's the weather like? And is there seasonality in the park, meaning the park is closed during the winter maybe, okay? And lastly, what are the local regulations and zoning, which is often overlooked when you're looking at a park? Because if you think you can buy a park and then expand it, you have something else that you're going to run into, which is called zoning. So the city has to approve that. So just because you have land doesn't mean you can make it larger. Okay. Now, to cut to the chase of how to do this really, really quickly, all right, it's not rocket science. You can actually go to this website here. I'll give you a quick shortcut. It's called rbparkiq.com. You can order a report, put in the address, and RV Park works mainly around the country. It'll give you an intelligent report of a lot of this information. Okay, so it's a great shortcut to see what you found if it makes sense to buy. Okay, so how to buy your first RV park. I'm going to do it in two parts. This is just the first part. The second part I'm going to do right now, just real quick, is how to finance it. Okay, let's do that next. All right, real quick, let's do part two of buying your first RV park. Okay, I'm going to talk about financing next. Okay, finding a loan for your park. There are basically three ways. First way is through a conventional bank. Okay, so I suggest that you look for a bank that's local around the park in the same city. Okay, that's probably your best bet to get a loan if you are a beginner. Okay. Secondly, you can also get a SBA loan. Okay. And with a certain SBA loan, if the property qualifies, you can put as little as 10% down. Okay. And thirdly, which is our favorite, is creative financing. Okay. In which you can use seller financing where the seller becomes the bank. Okay. Or the seller can carry a second mortgage for you. Or you can do a master lease where you can design the terms yourself, so long as the owner agrees. I have a lot of videos on creative financing. Some will appear on the screen. You can watch and learn all three of these so you can apply them to your financing your first park. Okay? All right. Now, I would be, again, amiss if I didn't talk about a little bit about evaluating an RV park. And I'm only going to spend a little bit of time because it's almost the same as evaluating a multifamily, an office building, a flex space. It's almost the same. Okay. So I'm going to call this sidebar on evaluation. You need to be able to calculate the cash flow, the cash on cash, and the cap rate as basic information to make a decision if you want to move forward or not. Okay. How to do these calculations? Our link will appear on the screen so you can watch that, see my videos. Okay, now, as with all commercial property types, RV parks included, the NOI is just as important, okay? As the NOI goes up, the property value goes up. As it goes down, the same, it goes down. When you first buy your RV park, you need to pay attention to the NOI to make sure it's higher than your mortgage to make sure you cash flow. So it's really important, okay? So your lender is going to look at your NOI too. So I just want to emphasize that there's no different here. Your NOI is very important. In fact, your RV park value is dependent upon your NOI. That includes the appraisal, if you want to do a cash out refi or a future sale, okay? I'm emphasizing the NOI, okay? Because that's where the cash flow is made. That's where future values are made. Got it? All right. Okay. Let's go to the last part here. And I'm going to talk about the 5 keys to successful RV park investing. Let's do that next. Last but not least, if you can incorporate these 5 things into your RV park investing, it will set you up for success. Let's go through them. Okay. Key number 1 is buy an existing park. Don't start from scratch. I do not recommend you as a beginner trying to buy land and then erect your own RV park. I don't recommend that. You have to go through too many hoops. It's going to take years to compile, and you need a whole lot of cash, okay, to get it cash flowing. Too risky for you. Buy an existing park. That's key number one. Key number two is to buy parks that are maximally 5 miles from major highway. You don't want to be too far off so people can find you, okay? So 5 miles is max, okay? Key number three is buy parks that are open year-round. This will give you the best bet to make the most income, right? And also put you probably in the best area in the U.S. where the weather is such that you can be open, as opposed to being way up north where it gets really, really cold and you have to shut down. I don't recommend that as a beginner, okay? Key number four is to buy parks with a water feature or close to a water feature. Water feature is a lake, is a river, ocean, things like that. The closer you are to the water, the higher you can charge your rents and the higher your occupancy will be, okay? And then key number five, this is really important, okay? When our students bring to us RV parks, the first thing I do is I Google the address, I Google the park name to see how well they're doing online. And I know if I have trouble finding it, there's a lot of potential income they're missing out on, okay, that we can get. All right, so having a strong online presence is essential. Marketing is king, and it's not that difficult, okay? Need to have a great website for search engine optimization. Need to be on Google, Yelp. You need to have reviews. You need to be on RV forums. You need to be on social media, Facebook, Instagram, all of that, okay? You need to be on that. And then also you need to be involved with the RV clubs, RV associations, and any type of travel publications that you think will accommodate your park, okay? So key number five is really important. It's often overlooked. All right? Okay, so there you have it. That was the complete guide to get you as a beginner started on your journey to become an RV park investor. Again, if you have any questions, go ahead and text Peter to 833-942-4516, and we'll be glad to help you out. If you would like to join our mentoring program where we teach our students to do just this, a link will appear that you can join us. Or if you just want to read a book about commercial real estate investing, a link will appear. Just read it and have fun. Thank you, everyone. If you can do me a favor, if you can like this video, that encourages us to put out more content. If you really enjoyed this video, go ahead and click the subscribe button and we'll send you more. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you at the next video.